Hey everybody, my name is Will McPhail and I'm here to talk to 1047 about my new book, L'amour à la Vermine, and have a chat about comics.
Et bonjour à tous et bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de 10h47, l'heure du comics. Aujourd'hui, c'est un événement un peu exceptionnel puisqu'on reçoit Will McPhail, qui est l'auteur de Au-dedans, et pour son nouvel ouvrage surtout, L'amour et la Vermine, qui sort chez 404 Graphics. Will est en tournée en France dans différentes librairies et c'est pour ça que j'ai de la chance. Il est à Comptoir du Rêve à Toulouse. Donc pour ça, je remercie infiniment Guillaume, Fred et toute son équipe de nous avoir permis de faire cette rencontre. Et je remercie Emilie de 404 Graphics d'avoir un peu modifié son programme pour nous permettre cette interview. Allez, on va attaquer. C'est parti. So, Will, thank you really much for taking your time to make this interview. The French audience discovered you through your book Au-dedans, and now you're touring for Love and Vermine. It's a collection of 250 strips, cartoons, published in the New Yorker. Yes, I'm right.
Yes, so good so far.
Before we dive into that, my first question is about your background. Could you tell us, including your studies in zoology, how you came to drawing, cartoon strips, and graphic satire?
Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Saved by the bell. Merci. I don't. The thing is, I can't ever remember a time when I didn't have a pencil in my hand. So
Okay.
I've just literally always done it for as long as I can remember since I was a tiny little kid. And I think a part of me always knew that I was going to do that.
Okay.
But when it came to going to university, I was just a 17-year-old idiot. And when you ask an idiot what they want to do, they go, whales, tigers, something like that. And so I went to go and do zoology. And I didn't listen to a single thing any teacher had ever told me while I was there. Didn't go to the lectures. I was just drawing the whole time.
Okay.
and mostly drawing animals. And I think while I was at university, I started sending off cartoons to some British magazines.
Yeah.
And started to get published there. And then after I left, I started sending stuff off to the New Yorker because I'd heard that they were like the Everest of cartooning. And I always aspired to be in there. And I started making like embarrassing pilgrimages to New York, to the New Yorker offices, and to give in my cartoons in person. Yeah. And I would just pretend I was just passing through New York for other reasons. So I'd go, I have these. Okay. And they would go, no, and send me out. Okay. But eventually they let me in. And that sort of led to all the other stuff, really. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The zoology degree, in some ways, sort of taught me to draw animals better. Because I saw pigeons, particularly a lot of pigeons. But I do a lot of pigeons because I'm trying to sort of earn back the money that I spent on university via pigeons. I owe pigeons a lot of my money at this point. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you said, you published in the New Yorker, but we think immediately names like Calvin and Hobbes, or maybe Snoopy, Garfield. Who are your main influences?
Oh, you said it, Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah,
it's when I was a kid, that's pretty much all I read, like exclusively Calvin Hobbes. It's I don't know if it was big in France. Was it Calvin Hobbes? Bill Watson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Snoopy more and Garfield.
Yeah, Peanuts and those things. I read Calvin Hobbes religiously. Okay. Like from the age of about 6 to 16, that's all I read, and I just obsessed with it. I know everything about it, and there's actually like a foreword from Calvin Hobbes in this book. Okay. But it was I think it's formed my, not only my sense of humor, but the kinds of stories that I want to tell, which is that are funny and sad at the same time, and that are poignant and have pathos, and I'm obsessed with it.
We have Obsession.
Yeah,
We're
I have an imaginary tiger with me all the time.
Okay, so close.
Yeah,
so close.
just the other way. Be careful.
And as you say, your drawings, even they seem light or humorous, often carry a political message or a social message.
Yeah.
How do you choose your subjects? Do you choose?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
choose?
It's just sort of whatever is the way that yeah, like you say, most of this book are cartoons that I've at some point or not submitted to the New Yorker.
Mhm.
There's new stuff in there as well, but mostly that.
Okay.
And so I need to submit 10 cartoons a week to the magazine,
Okay.
and they usually pick one. And so it's literally whatever is in my head that week.
Okay.
And so it's usually just nonsense about sex and pigeons.
Okay.
But sometimes if something has annoyed me in a social sense, it'll get in there. Yeah, you're right. I rarely do political cartoons, but they're social things. Yeah, about, you know, gender dynamics and sort of roles within a relationship and those things, which gets me into trouble with people that I'm in relationships with. But yeah, there's a lot of sort of a feminist vibe, I would guess, through some of those things. And I was raised by a single mom and like very strong female figure, so that sort of comes through in my sense of humor a little bit. Yeah. All my men are very pathetic in my cartoons.
And do you feel limited in your mind or in your draw for editorial reason, or maybe I have to work the word self-censorship, especially today? We know we are in this world of social media and so-called maybe cancel culture, often enforced by the people who claim to be its victims. But are you feel limited about that?
No, I don't feel limited by that.
Okay.
Cancel culture, I think largely is a thing that is a made up kind of thing. It often feels like people resenting the fact that they are facing consequences for having a bad opinion.
Yeah.
And so I try to not have bad opinions.
Yeah, I understand.
And so I rarely feel. Yeah, but there's occasional times when I've like rubbed people up the wrong way with a cartoon, and I think that happens. You've just got to be true to yourself and say the things that you care about. And if somebody doesn't like it, fuck them. That's my attitude.
Good way.
I don't know what that translates to in French.
Yeah, we don't care about it in our channel. We say a lot of fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's talk about Love and Vermine. So it's a collection. And how did you go to selecting this strip?
Oh, well, yeah, it's tricky because I sort of I lose sight of which of my cartoons are good or not.
Okay.
I have a weird disease where I don't like anything that I've sort of done in the past. I only like things that I'm doing now. You know what I mean? And so, very helpful, Nicolas, who's the editor at Cats on Cat, helped with choosing all the cartoons. Yeah, it's been this particular has been a very interesting process because it was fascinating to see which one would resonate with French people more than, you know, American people. But yeah, the answer is just it's a sort of little compromise that happens with my editor where I use the ones that really make me laugh the most and the ones that he likes. I really like the most absurd ones. Which there's a chapter in the book called Nonsense, and I like those cartoons the best. They're my favorite, so I try to get as many as them as I can. Yeah.
And I would speak just a few time about in Au-dedans.
Sure, yeah.
Because for me, it's a book that I loved. Really, it's
thanks, man.
And I'm really happy to say to say to you. For me, it's one of the best books. Really, I read last year, and when it's come out last year, and I talk in the channel every time. And keep recommending.
Oh, they'll be bored of me at this point.
Yeah. And you won some prize like a France Inter prize, and I think for me, it's resonated with me because you talk as you said earlier, human relationship, love, a lot of humor, and cancer or death. And it's resonated to me.
No spoilers.
Non, ça fait un an, hein, donc, but it's a different project, like Love and Vermine, because it's a long form story. And clearly, why did you do this story?
Yeah, well, the fact that I was sort of craving to do something longer, and where I could actually follow an emotional arc for a long period of time. I'm so used to, with my day job with the New Yorker, doing single panel cartoons where the whole world is there and it's just a snapshot, and then you move on. And so it was really thrilling, the idea to have all this creative space, and I mean space in terms of the size of the project, but also on the page. There's a bunch of pages in Au-dedans that are very sparse, and I had loads of room to work with. But yeah, emotionally, I'd had this idea in my head that there were like worlds inside people, and that you can access those worlds by saying things that matter to you. And I at some point I got an email from a person who went on to be my agent and said, "Have you ever thought about writing a book?" And I lied and said yes. and then I went out and bought a notepad and went, book ideas, and I wrote out that idea about seeing the worlds in people. And she said, do that one. and that felt like a rich enough world to build a story around. And the first thought I had was that at some point one of those worlds is going to have to be in jeopardy or lost, like you say. And the very next thought I had was that's exactly how I felt about the people that I've lost in my life, that there was this whole world that I didn't get a chance to explore yet. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, now I'm gonna have to write about that, because I can write about it authentically and with my heart. So that's sort of where the origins of it.
Okay, very cool.
And then I wrote a lot of it, or I drew a lot of it during the pandemic. Where I was just completely on my own in a flat. And so it got sadder and sadder and sadder.
Okay, so it's a really good reading for me, and I appreciate to read sometimes. It's really cool.
Thanks, man.
So it's maybe the end. Just two questions.
Sure.
Do you have already other projects that you can share?
I'm the Au-dedans is sort of in the process of being adapted into a movie, so I'm working on that. It's not anywhere near done yet, but that's in the works. And I'm working on another graphic novel that you'll see some point in the next couple of years, I guess. If I just need a global pandemic to happen, so that I can I've brought a plague here to France so that everyone gets sick and I can actually write a book. It's like rats so much because they give everyone the plague.
Okay, and my last question, and finally, if you could take only one book or comic book with you to a desert island, what would it be? Not really easy.
No.
You have to answer.
I know, and I won't say Calvin Hobbes because I've already said that. But that would be the answer. What have I loved recently? You guys know Zoe Thorogood?
It's Lonely.
It's Lonely, the Center of the Earth.
I read your book and
in
the same time.
They're a nice little double.
Sometimes.
I'd take hers. I'd do that.
Okay, I know it's.
And I'd take
really
the French version so that I can learn French.
Okay.
While I'm there.
Good intention. Really good. So thank you really much for this time.
Oh my God, pleasure, man. It's lovely to speak to you.
Thank you. Merci à tous. Voilà, on a fini l'interview. J'espère que ça vous a plu. On se retrouve la semaine prochaine pour un nouvel épisode avec mes deux compères. En tout cas, comme le dit Benoît, on n'oublie pas de partager, de sauvegarder, de mettre la cloche. Enfin, il le fait bien mieux que moi. On se retrouve la semaine prochaine. Allez, à bientôt. Merci. Ciao.
Hey. Dude.